And that's how people are financing themselves over in Russia right now that are from the West.
And I think that's putting some downward pressure on the price.
From the Satoshi Hive studio, welcome back to BimbleBit. This is Shooting the Shit. I'm Damian.
I'm Andy.
And we're just two guys sitting around a table talking about Bitcoin. We're going to lock ourselves in at our blockchain height at 946,944. Coming up on today's show.
Bitcoin whales are jumping.
And Adam Back is back with his prediction.
And if you have Bitcoin and you love to travel, some great opportunities have just opened up for you.
Yeah, that and more on the way.
Attempt for a new world record. 320 kilograms on the bar, representing the United States, Mervyn Shane!
Bitcoin. There's no dead weight here.
So we're talking about Bitcoin whales. What is a whale? Well, a whale that someone has in their wallet, in their possession, at least 100 to 10,000 Bitcoin. Well, we saw in the last 3 months alone, over 1 million Bitcoin bought up by whales. That is the more they've seen than July of 2025. So they're buying and buying and buying.
And why is this? Because they know it's the dip.
Yeah.
They know it's the dip, and it's a great time to buy.
Yeah.
Look at Michael Saylor, but we'll get into him later. Cypherpunk legend Adam Back says he thinks Bitcoin will grow to between $500,000 and $1 million by the halving cycle of 2028. It's a lot sooner than we think.
Yeah. Let's hope it goes there.
Yeah.
We are talking travel. If you like to travel, I know my wife and I do. We recently were on a wonderful cruise and a week-long stay in the Dominican. Well, it sounds like the world's largest airline, Emirates airline, is going to start accepting Bitcoin payments later this year.
And luxury cruise line Virgin Voyages is now accepting Bitcoin as payment as well.
That's going to open up a lot of opportunity, providing you have Bitcoin. And if you don't, get some.
Look at that, by land and by sea.
Yeah, love Damian. All right, video segment coming up.
64. Beautiful morning out here.
Whoa, got something big on the other line. Come on, stay on there. That's a heavy one. Easy, easy. Got it. Bitcoin. If it was only that easy.
So retired U.S. Colonel Douglas McGregor talks about life in Russia right now and how Bitcoin is playing such a vital role in people's lives.
I mean, right now, if you're in Moscow or St. Petersburg, you can't use credit cards.
Right.
You can't even use your currency. What do? You go to the bank, you open a bank account, and then you turn to Bitcoin. And that's how people are financing themselves over in Russia right now that are from the West.
So no credit cards can be used right now. So people are turning to Bitcoin. On the other side of things, Russia has now moved closer to legalizing crypto to be used in foreign trade.
Yes.
They're being stubborn, but they're getting there, and it's baby steps. That we will take this, and once they start realizing, they'll be behind the ball, but they'll figure it out.
Bitcoin doesn't judge.
No.
No, doesn't. Anthony Pompliano, CEO and founder of Professional Capital Management, says this is not the first time Bitcoin has taken a dip. Take a look.
Well, let's put this all in context real quick. So over the last decade, Bitcoin has drawn down 30% or more 21 different times. Of that, 7 of them have been 50% or more. That's like having a global financial crisis every year and a half for a decade. So Bitcoiners are used to this. Now, who's not used to this are the people who are coming from Wall Street. They're not used to this type of volatility. You know, global financial crisis, there is literally people still fearful of that happening again.
So there you go. It's like having a global dip every year and a half.
Yeah.
Right?
Could you imagine? How did he phrase it? It's like having a global financial crisis every year and a half for a decade.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Luxembourg's finance minister said, well, Bitcoin is the future of finance. And he's not lying. We want to be world leaders, and they are now the first Eurozone nation to add Bitcoin as a sovereign reserve and the first EU state issuing blockchain-based treasury certificates. So they are on their way, and they're setting standards in Europe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And all around. I mean, it just, again, adoption, integration. On a sad note, Bulgaria.
Is it sad or stupid?
Sorry. I don't know. But back in 2017, they sold their Bitcoin, 213,500 Bitcoin.
Bulgaria did.
Could have wiped out their entire national debt by now, by today.
If it was today's standard, they still had them.
Yeah. That's a sad one.
You could just see them just don't. Yeah. Bitcoin Vegas is happening right now, and they've talked about a lot of speakers, of course. Michael Saylor. Throw your bid in there. Michael Saylor.
Well, he did buy a bunch of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Yeah, he bought a bunch of Bitcoin. How much did he buy? I don't even think.
More than we bought.
3,273 for 255 million.
Yeah, so he's going to be speaking at the conference. Kash Patel. Also, Eric Trump's going to be there. And your YYC group, they're meeting.
Yeah, they are. May 5th. I got that wrong last week. May 5th at 6:30 at the Derek Gin Millen Kitchen in Calgary, 630 8th Ave Southwest. Super fun group. Lots of different levels of kind of like knowledge on Bitcoin, but super fun group to be with.
Awesome. Let's check out our Bitcoin event calendar.
Satoshi quotes. The Times, 3rd of January, 2009. Chancellor on brink of second bailout for banks. Satoshi Nakamoto.
So we've had a couple of fun military stories, and this one runs right along with it. The U.S. military has now confirmed they are running a node. It's not a mining node. It is just a node, but they are running it to make sure they monitor activity, run operational tests, and securing and protecting networks using the blockchain protocol. There's that blockchain again. Bitcoin's amazing. Blockchain is mind-blowing.
Right.
And it's going to be used in everything, everywhere. So military using
I
it.
think it's great they're running a node. I mean, every country should run a node. There should be way more nodes,
I
right?
agree.
Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? And what about this new movie coming out? Finding Satoshi. They figured out who Satoshi Nakamoto
Of course they have.
is or was.
Yeah.
But Hal Finney and Lance Sassman are the ones that they've tasked as both being Satoshi Nakamoto.
Aren't they both deceased?
Correct. Yes. So
We'll never know.
there is the lie of do we really know? To
We
this
do
day,
not know.
We do not know.
No. And knowing is half the battle. And last week, April 23rd, marked 15 years, an anniversary since Satoshi just sent out his last email.
Yes.
And it basically said, I've moved on to other things. Bitcoin is in good hands. Thanks, Satoshi. He didn't say thanks, Satoshi. I did. Because thanks, Satoshi.
But that's it. It was no fanfare, it was just, I'm done here now. You guys go ahead.
No.
I mean, and Jack Dorsey,
Love this.
You're right, Bitcoin will make our financial system look like a fax machine. Ha! That's perfect, isn't it?
that.
Outdated.
Yeah. Pick up the phone.
Right on.
Remember that horrible screeching noise?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, any final thoughts?
Apple, they have removed restrictions on their in-app. So now 1.5 billion Apple iPhone users, 20% of the world's phone users will now be able to buy and sell crypto within their app store.
Very cool.
Right?
Lots going on. All right. Well, I'm Damian.
I'm Andy.
We're just two guys sitting around a table shooting the shit about Bitcoin right here on BimbleBit.com.
Cheers, mates.